here's something nobody told you. The moment you started chasing her was the exact moment you lost her. Not when she left, not when she stopped replying. It was the first time you decided her attention was worth more than your self-respect. And your brain knew it before she did. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why chasing women doesn't just fail. It rewires your brain, crashes your value in her eyes, and quietly kills the very thing that made you attractive in the first place. No motivational fluff. No fairy tales, just how attraction actually works under the hood. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at trying harder the same way again. Let's start with the most uncomfortable truth of all. When you chase a woman, you are not communicating love. You are communicating scarcity, your own. Think about what chasing actually says. It says, I have nothing better to do. My time is worthless. My attention is unlimited and free. Now watch how the real world prices things. Why do sneaker drops sell out in minutes while the same shoes sit ignored on a clearance rack? Why does only 2 left in stock make you buy faster? Nothing about the product changes. Only the availability does. Scarcity equals value. That rule runs on autopilot in every human brain on this planet, including hers. So when your attention is everywhere, always available, always one text away, you are the clearance rack. You can be a great guy with a great heart, and her brain will still mark down your price. Not because she's cruel, because that's how value works. Nobody lines up for something that's begging to be taken, but it gets deeper. Because chasing doesn't just change how she sees you, it changes how you see you. Here's a fact about your own head that almost nobody knows. Your brain watches your behavior like an outside observer and decides who you are based on what you do. Not what you tell yourself in the mirror, what you actually do. So every time you double text into silence, every time you cancel plans with your boys because she might be free, every time you refresh her profile at 2 in the morning, your own brain is taking notes, and the conclusion it writes down is brutal. We're the one with fewer options. We're the one worth less. She's the prize, and we're the beggar. Read that again. You're not just losing her respect. You are training yourself, rep by rep, like sets in the gym, to feel inferior. That's why chasing feels worse the longer it goes on. That heaviness in your chest isn't heartbreak. It's evidence you collected against yourself. Now, let's talk about why you can't stop. Because this part is genuinely dark. When a girl gives you attention inconsistently, a warm message today, silence for 3 days, a like on your story, then nothing, your brain doesn't read that as a red flag. It reads it as a slot machine. It's the exact mechanism casinos run on, and the one your phone uses to keep you scrolling. Rewards that come randomly hook the brain harder than rewards that come every time. Guaranteed rewards get boring. Random ones become an addiction. And here's the part that will mess with your head. Dopamine doesn't spike when you get the reward. It spikes in the uncertainty right before it, in the maybe. So her mixed signals aren't just confusing you, they're chemically hooking you. You think you're in love. Most of the time, you're just in a loop. And the cruelest detail? Guys who get consistent, honest affection never feel that obsessive pull. Obsession is not proof that she's special. It's proof that the rewards are random. And if you're sitting there thinking, but my situation is different, she's different, that's the loop talking. Every gambler at every slot machine is convinced his machine is special, that the next spin is the one. Feeling like she's the exception isn't destiny. It's the symptom of the trap working exactly as designed. So what does she actually feel when you chase? Here's where most dating advice lies to you. The human brain has a simple defense. Pressure our freedom to choose, and we instantly want it less. You felt it yourself. Someone gets clingy, and something in you slams the door. That's exactly what your triple texts, heavy confessions, and always there presence do inside her head. From your side, it's romance. From her side, it's pressure, and pressure triggers escape. Meanwhile, here's what actually pulls women in, and it's not playing hard to get like some cheap game. It's being genuinely selective. A man with standards, who is warm toward her specifically, but not desperately available to everyone. That reads as value. Desperation reads as, no other doors are open for this guy. Every creature on this planet decodes that signal the same way. Humans aren't the exception. We wrote the rule. Now here's the chapter nobody wants to hear, and it's the most important one in this video. The chasing was never really about her. Be honest with yourself for 30 seconds. That panic when she doesn't reply, that spike in your chest when the message stays on scene, that's not love. That's a hole in you, looking for someone to fill it. Usually it was there long before she showed up. and chasing is how you medicate it. More messages, more effort, more proof that you matter. But look at what you're actually doing. You've outsourced your self-worth to her response time. When she replies, you exist. When she doesn't, you collapse. That's not a relationship. That's using another human being as anxiety medication. And that kind of medication always demands a bigger dose. No woman, no matter how kind, can fill a void that was there before she arrived. That's exactly why guys who finally fix this don't just do better with women. They do better at everything. So what's the alternative? Because just stop chasing is useless advice if you don't replace it with something. Here it is. Stop chasing the woman and start building the man. This is not a slogan. It's a mechanical redirect of your energy. A man with a mission, a skill he's mastering, a body he's building, money he's stacking, brothers he'd take a punch for. Develop something rare. The earned belief that his life depends on his actions, not other people's moods. And here's the twist that sounds like magic, but is pure cause and effect. That self-built life is exactly what creates attraction. Confidence is not a trick you perform. It's a byproduct of receipts. When your calendar is full of things that actually matter, being unavailable stops being a strategy. It becomes the truth. You don't play hard to get. You are hard to get because entry into your life actually costs something. Make this shift and something strange happens to your vision. The fog lifts. That girl you were chasing, you finally see her clearly. Not the fantasy your dopamine built at 2 a.m., but the actual person. Sometimes you realize she's genuinely great and the connection becomes real, mutual, calm. And sometimes you realize you were never in love at all. You were addicted to a maybe. Both discoveries set you free. Let me leave you with the paradox at the center of all of this. The men women genuinely want are the men who could walk away. Not out of arrogance, not as a tactic, but because they have somewhere to go. Their life has weight, direction, and standards. And love, for them, is a choice between two whole people, not a rescue mission for one empty one. And you can't fake it by waiting 3 hours to text back. Your body leaks the truth in 100 microsignals. Your tone, your posture, how you handle her silence. The only way to send the signal is to become the man it belongs to. So here's your assignment, and it's harder than any pickup line. Take every hour you burn on chasing, the checking, the analyzing, the crafting of casual-looking messages, and reinvest it into the only person guaranteed to stay with you for life. You. Train, build, learn, earn. Get so genuinely busy becoming someone that chasing no longer fits in your schedule. Because here's the oldest rule of human nature. People crave what moves away from them and undervalue what moves toward them. Stop moving toward, start moving up, and watch how the world, not just women, the entire world, starts moving toward you. The chase was never the way. It was the cage. Now you know where the door is.